Not good. I could not come to the seminary without military service. And at that time it was compulsory. But if you come to the seminary after the military service, it was okay. Military service for students was half. So in order to have half military service, I passed the exam for mechanical engineering because the seminary was not university level. So that was a trick of them, you know. You cannot come here if you don't have that. You cannot come here if you have a university degree. So I told my parents, I'll pass the exam, half military service, start the school, and whenever a door will be open to Bucharest, I'll go there. So that was. After I passed the exam to university, did half military service, 1 year at the university.
You went for the military service?
Yes. And then I said, why I waste my 5 years in university if I know that I would give up and then go to the ministry? Because I want to be a full-time minister, I want to be trained full-time for ministry. So in 1989, I came here, my friends from university, because there were a lot of Christians, born-again Christians there, they said, are you crazy? This is a dead end. I mean, you can preach as an engineer, and we had lay preachers, good evangelists. I said, no, this is my call. So it was 89 when revolution came. Then things changed completely.
Yeah.
And many doors were open for mission, for mission and evangelism. So I finished in 1993 the seminary. Here.
Now, when were you married in comparison? You were married to your wife. When did you marry?
93.
Oh, okay.
That's another story. I'll tell you. 93 I met her.
All right.
So in 93 I graduated. In 93 I was invited to become the pastor of the First Baptist Church in Bucharest, 900 members church. And the same year I was invited to teach here as an assistant teacher. So difficult time, but God gave me a wonderful wife.
Well,
You met her already, I think, most of
oh, yeah.
So since 93, I serve in the church with a team of elders, deacons, and one colleague, and then another one added. And in 2012, when I was appointed to become the president of the seminary, my vision was that we have to get closer to the needs of the church. What I realized was this. First years after revolution, huge opportunities. Imagine we have 1,200 Baptist churches in 1990 and only 200 Baptist ministers. So it was a huge need for training ministers.
Absolutely.
The number of young people coming at that time was increasing because of restrictions before 89. So many churches like this one and other big churches in the country were inviting young pastors, graduates of the seminary, because the old pastors retired after 30 years or 40 years of pastoring. So my vision was this. For almost 10 years, that was a need for big churches. The next 10 years, I realized that churches in Romania had a vision. Their vision for mission increased. So churches started to be planted in areas where non-evangelicals, without evangelical presence. So they were pastoral teams. So after 10 years, by 2000, a lot of people were asking for pastors coming in a team and working with them in planting new churches.
Right.
And recently, the need is increasing for youth ministry, or youth pastors.
Good.
The only qualification of a graduate of the seminary when he was invited to work with young people was that he was young.
Yeah.
So we started a process of reformation of our curriculum. So we emphasize on 3 tracks now: youth ministry, So when they are finishing here, to be able and to be equipped to work with the young people, to not only to keep them in the church, but to motivate them to do evangelism. And youth ministry, it's mission and church planting. And this year we started a pilot program of cross-cultural mission program, intensively for boys and girls who are ready to go into mission. This is a partnership between us, the Baptist Union, Department of Mission, and All Nations. It's a school of mission from England. So we had our first pilot program this year. I think God is calling our young people to the ends of the earth, and there are countries, there are still countries where we could send missionaries.
I'm getting the goosebumps already.
This is our
Wow.
Right person, the right place. It's like
pray
Paul.
for
Just
us,
like Paul.
and pray for the.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
That's what my boy in England
Yep.
is graduated here.
Right.
So what,
He went through here in 3 years.
Yeah.
who's your partner?
We have in here leading the seminary. You mean?
No.
Who's helping you to get this vision?
It's the Baptist Union, I would say, because they are those who started the school. So there is a mission department in the Baptist Union. We want them to come closer to us in this efforts. And of course, we have our Romanian communities abroad. The Romanian Missionary, not Romanian Missionary Society, but the Romanian Baptist Association of Baptist churches in USA and Canada are supporting also us, because a lot of young pastors there were trained here. So when we when we started our alumni, we contacted them and said, the seminary trained you, so it's your turn now to help the seminary training other kids. So maybe the support is coming from the Romanian churches, but we expect more from the Romanian Baptist churches and Baptist Union, and from the Romanian Baptists in USA and Canada.
So outside of Romanian help, you issuing a Macedonian call coming
Yeah,
from where? America?
America.
Italy? Where?
America. We try to have our foundation started soon, Baptist Seminary Foundation in States, with one of our young people there, in order to promote the projects and.
Mm-hmm. So happy for you.
Does RAM have any involvement here?
No. Some of the people working with RAM are graduates from here, but
I knew that.
yeah. What we will try to do now, and I think that will work, is to connect somehow from the very beginning, first year students,
Right.
with someone to support them throughout the 4 years, and then for at least 4 more years to give him support for Oltenia and other parts of Romania where we need desperately to support those people doing mission there.
Yep.
So this is a project I have in mind. When they come to the seminary, and I think one of the reasons we mentioned that why the number of young people is decreasing, I think because they don't have a clear vision for the future.
You got it.
You have to tell them,
That
God
is
will
absolutely
provide.
right.
I mean, when I came here, was no, in human terms, no future for the Romanian people under the dictatorship. Although those times were trained, I was trained underground before I came to the seminary with Bible education by extension. So God provided
I wish we had time, you could see the underground church that they met in. It don't look like a church, it's just a street down. But when you go in, they're beautiful, beautiful facilities, very impressive. And the communists would walk right by and not even know there was church in there.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Do you have other seminaries here in Romania?
There is in Oradea Emmanuel University, started in 19. Yeah, they're in the Baptist Union, we are related.
Can you fellowship with them?
Yeah.
Did Jerry Falwell have some influence on that over there? I know that one large church they built in Romania.
Yes, it was in the 90s. I think even a program through Liberty, I think, was
Yes.
developing
That's
and
it.
training young people they offer scholarships and a lot of young people going there.
See this guy sitting right there?
First graduating class
Liberty.
of Liberty.
And my son graduated from there. And now
Great.
he works in,
One
As a
of our
teacher in
young
church.
ladies teaching here worship. She did her master, I think bachelor, and master at Liberty.
oh, fantastic. Wonderful.
Mhm.
Jesus first. I still have a couple of those pins.
Yeah. And, not I, but
They go
Christ.
back 30 years.
Now, let me ask you this, do you have students in Cleveland, Ohio anymore? I know Topos used to go over there and
Yes.
give the exams. He'd actually come down to my house, him and
Yes.
his wife, and come down and visit when he was over there.
There is one, I talked with the pastor there who is now retired, Viorel.
Yeah, we're dear
Yeah.
friends for many years.
And there is one in his church, he told me he would like to apply for the online training. When Dr. Talposh was principal, the online program was not accredited.
Right.
So now, while the online is
If you
accredited,
get it in English, I'll take one of those courses. I'm serious,
Yes,
I will.
yes,
I will.
yes.
I might look into it myself. You
so
never know.
we
I
have.
may be 71 years old, but I'd still
Not until tomorrow.
work on.
Tomorrow. Yeah, you got one more day.
As far as we know,
We
you're
have
not
reasons
dead.
to celebrate this evening.
Yeah, you're not expired yet, so. So that'd be great.
So I'll let you know how this will develop, how this project will develop, even with this one, with the property restaurants.
Okay.
Do women go through this?
Yeah,
Good.
and in the online training, we have some women.
Oh,
They are working together either with Sunday school in the churches or in mission together with their husbands. In the mission training program from Transcultural Mission, we have couples there, we have women.
Good.
can that online course be translated into English?
This was what
Oh,
we
yeah.
thought.
Oh, yeah.
This is our objective.
Oh,
Big time.
Yeah,
It's coming.
I
It's
would-
coming.
I would, God willing.
Yeah, pray for that.
Love.
Oh,
Pray
yeah.
for that.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know anything about Professor Topos now?
He will come in fact, I think in the afternoon. He's supposed to come to Bucharest.
Oh,
He's supposed to come
I would
because
like to see.
because he has every 5 weeks, 3 or 4 days, he's involved in teaching. We
Wonderful man.
yeah. So he's supposed to be this week, either this afternoon, I guess, or tomorrow to be here.
Who was his brother? Wasn't it his brother-in-law that was that took care of the property? What was his name?
No,
Back
that's
there.
Oh, Vasily
Triton.
Vasily
Triton.
Vasily
Yeah, they
Triton.
were
Yeah.
no relation. He was
The elder.
he could call.
Is your phone
I'm sure you
charging?
already know, but he'd call his friends up like he'd run short on food and stuff. They'd bring him down a whole half of beef or some sheep or
was here
something.
one
They'd be
day
all
when-
dressed up and he'd bring them all big.